Current and former U.S. intelligence officials estimate that an Israeli attack on nuclear sites in Iran would go far beyond airstrikes from F-16 and F-15 fighter jets and likely include electronic warfare against the Islamic Republic's electronic grid, internet, cell phone network, and emergency frequencies for firemen and police officers. The officials, who based their assessment on a U.S. intelligence report published last summer, told the Daily Beast news website that Israel has been assembling a multi-billion-dollar array of high-tech weapons that would allow it to jam, blind, and deafen Tehran's defenses in the case of a preemptive aerial strike. According to the officials, one of the weapons Israel has developed is capable of mimicking a maintenance cell phone signal that commands a cell network to sleep, effectively stopping transmissions. The Israelis also have jammers capable of creating interference within Iran's emergency frequencies for first responders, they told the Daily Beast. The sources also said that in case of an attack on Iran, Israel would likely exploit a vulnerability that American officials detected 2 years ago in Iran's big city electric grids, which are not air-gapped, meaning they are connected to the internet and therefore vulnerable to a Stuxnet-style cyber attack. One source told the Daily Beast that Israel has the capability to bring a denial of service attack on nodes of Iran's command and control system that rely on the internet. According to the report, the likely delivery method for the electronic elements of this attack would be a drone the size of a jumbo jet. The Daily Beast said Israel had already employed some of the technology at its disposal during its alleged aerial attack on a Syrian nuclear reactor in 2007. Syrian military got a taste of this warfare when Israeli planes spoofed the country's air defense radars, at first making it appear that no jets were in the sky, and then in an instant making the radar believe the sky was filled with hundreds of planes, the report said. Frankly, I do not believe that Israel is in the process of bringing an attack upon Iran. You have to remember that even if Israel is able to destroy and successfully destroy Iran's nuclear facilities, they still have the missiles of Hezbollah and Hamas to deal with, which will rain down thousands of different levels of missiles upon Israel, some reaching their capital of Tel Aviv, and possibly their unofficial capital of Jerusalem. Some believe that this strike would set off a military counterattack, not only by Hezbollah and Hamas, but some of its Arab neighbors. I personally don't see that happening, but especially with Saudi Arabia and some of the others, because they actually are a target of Iran's as well. But with the changing of the guard and the Arab Spring developing into an Islamic winter, it's not completely out of the question that Israel's neighbors may decide that now is the time. In other news, Palestinian officials denied Thursday reports claiming that they were willing to freeze their statehood bid at the United Nations if Israel handed over tax collection funds it had withheld from the Palestinian Authority's acceptance into the UN's educational panel. On Wednesday, a European diplomat said that the PA offered the United States a deal, saying it would freeze all moves to achieve full membership for Palestine in various UN agencies until the end of January, while the United States and Israel would resume transferring its funds. This is a bigger move than most people probably would think. This kind of sheds light on really the dependence of the Palestinian Authority on the United States and Israel as a whole. Without their complete financial backing, and without the transfer of funds from Israel, Palestine essentially cannot exist as a nation. I have to believe that at some point in time, the Palestinian Authority will have to come to some conclusion and make a deal with Israel for a peace accord. Whether or not war will precede peace is still unknown, but I'm up in the air as far as that's concerned. We may very well see a peace accord first, but many believe that it's likely that war will be the next phase in the Middle East peace process. I certainly would not count that out. If you're listening to this message and you have not accepted the Lord as Savior at this point, I would encourage you to do so as quickly as possible. Although we do not know when the rapture of the church will take place, the signs are pointing to the very real possibility that it could be soon, sooner than you think. If you have friends and relatives who do not know the Lord, I would encourage you to at least send them a hyperlink to my book, Rapture Happened, Left Behind, What's Next, which is a tribulation period survival guide. They may not read this book, they may not download it, but you should at least make them aware of it, so when the time does come, it will be in their mind and they will be able to get a hold of it when it's necessary. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.